There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give on the inside. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. That Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they...
And the defense, got him at the 27.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to pass on second down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Hey, sometimes numbers lie, but this quarterback just learned a valuable lesson. These numbers don't lie. One of the best defenses against the pass, and you see why right there. Man, they break on the football, so much speed in the back end, break on it, make the play. This defense is legit, and that QB's finding out firsthand.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D-linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Sanders. Makes the grab, it's Jamison. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about this team, you're hearing college football playoff in the same sentence because of where they're ranked in the top 15. So, David, as they move forward, they've got to continue to elevate and ascend with their talent and play on the field.
Yeah, and it's exciting, right? To be mentioned, it's exciting. To hear yourself talked about on shows and to be a team that's getting respect is great. Now, let's keep pushing that pedal to the floor to be the best team we can be.
Makes the catch. It's Jamison. Turning it on. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
You see the offense trying to dial up the quick game there with the RPO, and I like the idea of trying to get playmakers the space out at the right flat of the field, see what can happen, but you need a more accurate throw.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Let's it fly. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on 3rd down. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Looking to throw, it's Sanders. Under fire. Firing to the right, complete. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Haynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge, is how they built this dynasty at Alabama.
So it's 3rd and long, and this quarterback right now has got to be expecting pressure. So you want to know where your hot routes are. You got to know where your best one-on-one matchup is. But understand this: we're still in the 1st half. If the defense gets you, tip of the cap. You can
intercepted. A 1st half turnover can swing momentum, and they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
To the air on 1st down. The screen, and watch out. At the 35, he's loose. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Dropping back, it's Sanders. Throws to the tight end. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the 1st quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
And And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on 3rd down. Wants to throw again. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but their defense now came away with a massive takeaway. Now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're playing with a little bit of a pep in their step. Nice throw there, getting the 1st down. This offense all of a sudden looks a whole lot different than what they did the last time out.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Bama! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. UCLA is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by just 4 to USC. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. There he goes! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud the Gators standing up and hollering for a 1st down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. Makes the grab. It's Gilliam.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Still looking on the move. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to pass. It's Sanders. Moves away as he feels pressure. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job of handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Jamison. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Sanders. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Good timing on the quick out. Touchdown, Alabama! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Hurtado. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game,
and he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown time! The defense putting points on the board.
and they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away, and once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hurtado. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Going to sling it on second down. Finds his tight end. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. And as he throws, on target to the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the tailback. and he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have it.
Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Gator! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll leave it with him. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires on the move. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and the secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Complete.
And these running backs are used to being split out in high school as a wide receiver, playing 7-on-7 as middle school and high school. You could tell how comfortable he was being a wide receiver near the sidelines. Didn't get nervous at all.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Sanders. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen.
Well, the offense on 3rd down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up 4th down.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Hurtado. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes that Alabama offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
Good right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half. And this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, go make those contested catches.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fakes the grab on the left. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. the Gators will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They didn't, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. So this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Right back to it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking for a man. It's Sanders. The sure hands. It's Jamison. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
Here we go. Has to get there to move the sticks. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
That's a gutsy call, and I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
This offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's got him. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Hard running there. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Steps away to find some room. He'll get rid of it. Got his man to the left. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Finds his big tight end. Oh, he's got some space. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Motion from the wideout. To the air, it's Sanders. Rushes on him. It's complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Got his man quickly. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Wants to throw again. Here's a heat. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the stomping has commenced. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Gilliam. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's...
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Sanders. Quickly complete. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Got some room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 Russian defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Buying some time. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, the defense is not taking their foot off the gas. They've got a huge lead. We're early in the 4th quarter, and still they're getting pressure on this quarterback, registering a sack.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Bobo. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the...
And he's thrown another interception. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
They'll move the wide receiver. To the air. It's Sanders. Under fire. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Running back searching for a hole.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. The offense changing the play. He fires to the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Some might have the philosophy of milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw.
Going for it all. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. You're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
He's going to... turning it on. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just very nonchalantly was able to buy himself some time. He gets outside, uses his speed, picks up the first down. The offense stays on the field. They've already got the lead, and now they're just bleeding this clock away.
And this QB's had some success, man, throwing to the football to the end zone. Like 3 touchdown passes today. Nice job by the defense responding, right? Don't give up more big plays. Understand he's going to be aggressive and take shots.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think about on one play.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He's got it on the move. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. And they've converted their first 2 3rd down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. To throw, it's Sanders. Moves around to clear up the vision. And it's caught! Touchdown, Bama! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. From the gun, they'll try the middle. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives. The best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Now hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
Complete to the left. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Gators are on the move.
Six propane. Come on.
Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Bobo. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
My old coach said, you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Just keeps slinging it. Fires into the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost done.
And the defense expected the run, and they got it. No gain. He just gets it back to the 2. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, 1st down. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights.
41, Florida, 14.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
With the clock running, this should be the final play. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team if they play like that. Moving forward.